Hello everyone, welcome to another Top 5 Records video. It's the end of 2024, and if you are wondering what was 2024 for the music industry, well, I've got some top 5 videos for you to look back on this year. And in this video, I'm going to be talking about the best 5 new studio albums from 2024. Actually, without further ado, let's just kick off the list with a record. I'll be honest, I never expected I'd put something by this artist in a top 5 video ever. But she convinced me. It's Dua Lipa with the album Radical Optimism. And I bought this last year, still slightly doubting. It had some great reviews, but I thought, nah, I'm not going to buy Dua Lipa. I'm not going to buy Dua Lipa. Then I found this version, nice pressing on, yeah, well, what was it called? Curacao blue vinyl. This is Curacao blue vinyl for everyone, and it has an inlay. It has gorgeous inner sleeve. Just well, I'm allowed to give her a compliment. Um, I really love the artwork. I really love the front cover. I mean, just the name Radical Optimism, and then this image with the shark. I think it's great storytelling on a cover. Is that the sole reason why I put it in there? No, 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 no. I think Dua Lipa made great sounding pop with this album. It's got so many great songs. It's a short album. It goes fast. You're into it. You'll enjoy it. It's a strong, good pop album. All the doubters. I used to be one myself. And I'm not sure if I'm gonna buy her next album. I'm still a bit reluctant. This is good pop. At number 5, Dua Lipa, Radical Optimism. At number 4, this is an easy choice actually. Taylor Swift, The Tortured Poets Department. What to say about this record by Taylor Swift? The last couple of years I've found that Taylor Swift got more and more interesting. I really enjoyed her original album of 1989, which is already 10 years old this year. But I thought it was a very good pop album. Great tunes, great melodies, awesome beats, great synthesizer elements. She was just on fire. Then during COVID, she really showed her versatility to me. I liked Folklore. I liked Evermore. And there are more Taylor Swift albums which I really, really like. This record seems to be another new fascinating step in her career. Because she's always been a good lyricist, but she makes some interesting steps on this record. Um, I'm sorry. She makes some interesting steps on this record. She makes interesting references. And the entirety of this record, although there's this very ambient synthesizer, melodical thing going on, but she seems to be mostly interested in these lyrics, in painting a picture, again, of a lot of love life, a lot of love is there, but overall, her quality of writing, her quality of looking at people, her quality of describing a situation, and just also great references seems to have expanded. She is growing. And while I expected her to grow more into a Michael Jackson kind of writing vibe, because these, well, decade ago records were so focused on melody, and I thought the lyrics, they were good, but they had not so much self-reflection. It was always the guy's fault. She's actually not growing into a Michael Jackson. She's much more growing into a Bob Dylan, Melanie, Joni Mitchell vibe. Well, we're not there yet. We're not there yet. Not that level of those three big names yet, but she is interesting, and she does give a fascinating new, um, yeah, she does give a fascinating new voice at this moment in time. So it's a great album. At number 4, Taylor Swift's The Tortured Poets Department. At number 3, yeah, I really, really enjoyed this. It is Billie Eilish, Hit Me Hard and Soft. But I'm going to double check it if I'm actually saying, yeah, Hit Me Hard and Soft. Um, well, this, I mean, seriously, this, because the name is not on the cover and I just put on the record. So it's, oh yeah, Hit Me Hard and Soft, yeah. This is perhaps, together with the number 1 spot, my most played album of 2024 of the new records. Because Billie Eilish here goes into new territories. She gives of a, I think this one is easier to get into than her first or second album, which, and I think especially the first album, it's a masterpiece. Here, it's shorter, it's snappier, and it's more diverse. The entirety is more diverse. Her songwriting has increased in such a skillful manner with incredible songs like Birds of a Feather, the opening song Skinny. I mean, I've been praising the lyrics of Taylor Swift, but I think that Billie Eilish goes to places that Taylor Swift does not dare to explore. She's so much more personal. She's so much more direct. She is less afraid to be not liked. And I love that. The thing with Taylor Swift is she wants to be liked. And that's not a bad habit, but it may make you less daring, edgy, and I like daring and edgy in art. Billie Eilish is the daring and edgy artist we need, and I'm so happy we have her. Best song on this album is her last song, the song Blue. Her brother does some vocals there, so good, but it's an epic. The writing quality of this is just epic. I'm already gonna call this a masterpiece. This is a masterpiece in the body of work of Billie Eilish. There were some, when I did a video about this album, there were some questions of people asking me, how's the sound quality of this pressing? It's messy. It is messy. So I hope we're going to get a good audiophile reissue of this soon. Because this record, seriously, it deserves it. This deserves a 1-step or UHQR. I mean, if Mariah Carey gets a 1-step, I mean, this is miles and miles above Mariah Carey. At number 3, Billie Eilish, Hit Me Hard and Soft. I'm gonna put it here. At number 2, the first man in this video, Nick Cave and the Bad Seeds, Wild God. One of the most awaited records for me this year, and Nick Cave, he did deliver. This is so spectacular. Again, lyrically, this is a good year. When we got Taylor Swift improving, we got Billie Eilish becoming more poignant, and we got Nick Cave stepping out of the grief, accepting, taking the grief with him. He's not disregarding the grief, but he's opening up for a new kind of hope. And that makes this for such a glorious moment of an album. It's so strong, so many incredible songs. I've been to the tour of this record. He opens with the title track Wild God, and it just blows you away. One of the great efforts by Nick Cave and Bad Seeds. And I actually did a ranking video about the entire body of work of Nick Cave. You can check it out if you'd like. On number 2, Wild God by Nick Cave and the Bad Seeds. And on number 1, I was just completely taken aback by this record. I did not expect that ever in my life I would put Beyoncé, not saying that she's a bad artist, but she wasn't my favorite or amongst the top of my list per se during the last decades, but this one she earned completely. It's Renaissance Act 2, Cowboy Carter. I am more than surprised by how good this is. Because I also have Renaissance 1, which is also a good. No, it's a great album. Beyonce is on fire the last couple of years. But with this one, she does take a risk. She dares to go somewhere that not everybody dares to go. And that's what completely struck me. I'm a country lover. And she says she's gonna go country with hip hop influences, and I thought, yeah, okay, I'll listen to it. But this is the best country album or country influenced album I've heard in decades. She doesn't go straight at country, but she uses all sorts of different elements from her youth, the music from her youth, to paint a picture just like great country records do, just like Red-Headed Stranger does by Willie Nelson. Willie Nelson, who's also on this album. Dolly Parton's also on this album. It is as if Beyonce makes a country album the way Stanley Kubrick makes a war movie or a horror movie. Everything of their personality is still intact. They take a look at the country, at the genre, and they come back with a different interpretation. A friend of mine came over, not at all interested in Beyonce. I said, try the first song. Try the first song. And we listened to an entire side of this album. He said, no, just keep it going, keep it going, keep it going. This is just brilliant. At number one, Beyonce, Cowboy Carter. And I'm curious, what do you think? Do you agree? Do you disagree? Leave a comment below and I'll see you in my next video.